Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Joe, and welcome back for another episode. Today, we are an Elite 8. Top pushing clan in the world for Town Hall 8s. One of the best clans out there for Town Hall 8s. And if you don't believe it, take a look at all those Legend League players. Well, there's only 3 of them. And that, either way, I mean, regardless, Legend League as a Town Hall 8 is phenomenal. So I'm always getting these questions of what is the best army for Town Hall 8? And I'm always going to respond back by saying, what are you doing? Are you farming? Are you pushing? Or are you in clan war? Pushing, that's what we're doing right now. And if you have been following our Let's Play series, you will know that we pushed up to Champions League in exactly 3 days. So a little bit of boosting going on there with the gems. Used our gems wisely to do it. But I also found out that the army that they're using is not much different than what I've been using, surprisingly. So this is the army that we're going to look at today with the Golems, the Valkyries, the Minions, 1 P.E.K.K.A. Looks like we got 12 Wizards. These numbers change a little bit. And then there's a P.E.K.K.A. in the clan castle. But first, before we get into this Pikachu base, really, a Pikachu base? I love it. But we're going to get into our question of the day, guys. So question of the day today is from Garv Gamer. Question of the day, who is your inspiration to do YouTube? Well, that is a difficult question to answer, to be honest with you. It's not a gaming channel at all. I'm inspired by a lot of outside sources outside of the gaming realm. That's why my editing's a little bit different than some that you might watch out there. I like to watch Casey Neistat. I like to watch some of the travel vloggers. I like to watch a lot of those people that are out doing adventure type stuff. That is what my true inspiration is to do one day. Today is not that day, obviously. So I am continuously building basically a large sum of information here on my YouTube channel to help you guys out that play Clash of Clans and hopefully benefit or increase your enjoyment of playing this game. And until then, we're just going to continue to dump my information or my knowledge into this stuff, and basically we'll see what happens in the future, guys. So definitely stay tuned. And if you have a question of your own, go down in the comments below and hashtag question of the day. And if you enjoy the content, make sure you throw up a big fat thumbs up because I do greatly appreciate it. So this army on this beautiful Pikachu base, I mean, it's decorative, it's cute, and it offered how many trophies? We had 14 trophy offer on this one. So basically, when it comes to trophy pushing, guys, you're going to see all kinds of fun bases. You're going to see some really difficult bases. You're going to see some play bases like this or fun bases. You're going to see farming bases. There's just all kinds of stuff going on as you move up through global, climbing up through the trophy tier. And so for the most part, I have continuously seen the same 2 armies used. The one that I'm currently using and this army right here. This is, again, the Golems, the Valkyries, the P.E.K.K.A.s, as well as Wizards, and then you also have the Earthquake spells in this one as well. This base or this attack right here on this base might not necessarily be the best representation of this army. I'm going to look for another replay that kind of maybe hitting a Town Hall 10 or something, but for this particular army, they're using the P.E.K.K.A.s in a way that you could either send them in on the Town Hall, take down Town Hall 12s. I've seen that done a few times. Or you could save the P.E.K.K.A.s for the back end of the base. And you will notice in this situation, we have everything basically spread out through the base with the Golems blocking the defenses, the P.E.K.K.A.s going around and picking off buildings behind those Golems, and then the Valkyries were used to take down the heroes. Obviously, the Town Hall was taken out. It was in the heart of Pikachu. That was kind of cute. And then the Valkyries are down here in the bottom taking out the final remaining defenses in the hidden Tesla. So this is just one variant of that army. From here, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at one of the armies that I've been using, or the army that I've been using, and you will notice that there's really not a lot of major differences minus the addition of the P.E.K.K.A. So there's your army. Let's get into the next one, guys. All right, so we as players like to have choice. We like to have diversity, and so in this situation, I'm going to go ahead and slide in this army because I've had a lot of success with it. I do enjoy this army. This is the Golems, Valkyries, and Wizards. Now, this army is also in-game in your For You tab currently as of today's date, but it's got the Party Wizards, and so a lot of you might get a little confused and you see Party Wizards and you're thinking, oh, that's been gone from the game for about a month now and it's not effective. It's the same army. It's the same exact army, and the only difference is there's no more Party Wiz and we have standard Wizards. And so what I usually do with the Earthquake spells is I try to channel my Valkyries towards the Town Hall, and you'll notice that we didn't like drop it to where we opened up a major gaping hole to multiple compartments. We basically funneled our Valkyries towards the Town Hall. Now, there is a single Hog Rider in this army, and I used to use it where I tried to draw the Clan Castle troops, but the problem with the Clan Castle lure is that now that there's an Electro Dragon in the game, and a lot of Town Hall 9s are using it on defense, the problem with that troop is that you cannot lure it and actually take it out like a standard dragon. What it basically does is sits above everything and just zaps all of your wizards or all of your archers, and it just becomes a major pain in the neck. But with this army, whether you draw the Clan Castle or not, you will notice that the Valkyries alone have enough power to go through the base and take down multiple buildings and easily pull the 2-star. Easily. There's really not a lot of delay in there, and I have only had a very few times that I have only gotten 1 star, and normally that's because I wasn't paying attention and I didn't funnel them correctly into the Town Hall and they completely avoided the Town Hall. It's happened a few times, but not as often as you would think. So this is just one more variant. I'm going to speed it up, that way we can try to get to the actual army, and I wanted to ensure that I inserted this attack into this video because we are kind of talking about the best Town Hall 8 pushing armies out there. Alright, so backtracking on the P.E.K.K.A, Golem, and Valkyrie army, we're on a Town Hall 10 in this situation, and you're also going to notice that the army has changed slightly. And so you're going to really notice as you watch each of these replays that not every attacker does the same exact thing on every single base. Each base is different, each army is slightly different, and it's really up to you guys. These are just shells on of the army itself, and you can make adjustments to it. You can drop wizards, you can add P.E.K.K.A s, you can take away P.E.K.K.A s. It really is up to you. It doesn't really always have to be exactly like this, but if you maintain a similar system with it by dropping golems and funneling properly and being patient with your troops, these attacks do take a little bit of time. They are not easy. Whoever said trophy pushing was easy is possibly telling you a fib. It is not necessarily a true statement. This does require a lot of practice. It does require a lot of time, and it does require a heavy commitment, and if you're not willing to commit to it, then I don't advise doing it. But you'll notice that the Valkyries were used to take down the Town Hall, and then on the back end of the base, the P.E.K.K.A will be dropped on the opposite side to block for the wizard and archer, and it's going to continue to move down and take out additional buildings. You got minions sprinkled around the outsides of the base. We got an archer in the top side of the base. You can barely see it up there working on a gold mine, and so you'll notice that the amount of patience that's involved in these attacks, and just beautiful attacking by That's Dinah here, taking out and getting a nice 2-star on a Town Hall 10. I mean, Town Hall 10's got heavy defenses. This is not a Town Hall 9, and this is something that you have to learn how to do by trial and error. You're going to lose trophies. You're going to gain trophies. You're probably going to lose more than you're going to actually gain, but this is just a good example. The archers up there in the top of the base will, in fact, take down this base. Let's go ahead and speed them up. That way they do get the 50%, and we'll take a look at the army right there. And last but not least, I'm sure somebody has asked it by now, dragons. What about dragons? Well, dragons, you can do it as well. So far we've been able to see 2 different armies that were both ground armies. Thankfully, and thank you so much, Evo, for getting online for me because he was not online, and Evo uses dragons as a pushing army. And so you will notice that we are against a Town Hall 12, a Town Hall 8 versus a Town Hall 12. Now, the Town Hall is not centralized. It's on the outer perimeter of this base, so he's going to use the dragons to basically funnel a little bit and get the bulk of the dragons in here to the core to take down this Town Hall. Rage spell dropped, going into an air sweeper and having to deal with that. Dropping another dragon. The air sweeper's pushing the dragons away from the Giga Tesla, and then the Giga Bomb will go off and kill all of the dragons. That's how powerful that Town Hall is. But I mean, regardless, it is effective, and dragons are very much a viable strategy for Town Hall 8 trophy pushing. But again, it's just a little bit different than the ground armies. So you're going to see a little bit more players using the ground armies because I wouldn't say it's easier, but it's a little bit more easier than having to deal with the dragon funneling. But again, we definitely wanted to show that because it is, again, a very viable army to use, like I said before. So that gives you 3 different options for Town Hall 8 trophy pushing, and that's going to wrap us up for today, guys. If you enjoyed the content, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and if you need any additional information or you want to check out the Town Hall 8 Let's Play series, click one of those links over there. Take care, guys.